It is a deforming spirit that comes to kill, steal, and destroy. The Bible goes on to tell us that connecting spirits to pride, called haughty, will make things fall in your life. Before a sinner is converted, Ari, they have an unsanctified heart. They are distorted. Their soul is out of place. And so they bow to the things of the world. But Isaiah 45:2 tells us that I will go before thee and make your crooked ways straight. See, you don't have to continue down the bad path you're on if you just turn to God. But as long as you keep trying to do it your way and you keep trying to, I'm hard like that, all right, your ways will always be crooked. Can I just tell you right here and now, the only way that you're going to get out of a burnt situation is that you turn to Jesus. Even children of God who was once under the spirit of infirmity, the spirit of bondage, but by the adoption through Christ were loosed from this issue. Apostle Paul shares with us in Galatians 5:1, and he says, stand fast, therefore, in the liberty wherewith Christ hath made you free, and be not entangled again with the yoke of bondage. This is not on my message, but if I can tag this right here, I would say it's a horrible thing to see somebody that God make free in back up in the bent. Whatever the case was with this woman, one thing we do know is she was bent over. And it came from an infirmity. Now, the word infirmity is an interesting word in its original Greek language. It means feebleness of mind or body. Watch this. Is it possible that this sickness entered in by weakness of thought? God, help me up in here. You didn't catch it. Where my Bible scholars? I can't come too low. Is it possible this infirmity entered because of the way she was thinking? Now, let me back that up with scripture, because Proverbs 23:7 says to us, for as a man thinketh, so is he. Is it possible her life transitioned into how she was thinking? Oh, could it be you in a bent up, twisted up situation right now because your thinking is bent up and twisted? Ooh. Ask your neighbor, why you mad? You bent up? I really don't know if she got it through a thought or whether her body failed her, but what I do know is it was a attack that came to hinder her process. God. The writer gives us some specifications as a doctor would about a patient. Luke tells us that she had been in this posture, this place, this condition for 18 years. 18 represents the number of bondage. So we can look at her as a person who have dealt with life like this for 18 years. For 18 years she was bound. For 18 years she was suppressed by an enemy. For 18 years the devil had her in a lockjaw. For 18 years she couldn't move in the freedom of her. Can you imagine not being able to communicate properly? She was bent over. When you're bent over, you can't see nothing and nobody. When you're bent over, you can't see the vision real clear. And even though God told us last week to write the the vision and make it plain. I just got to tell God one thing. I'm bent over. Up in this room is marriages that look happy on the outside, but on the inside, it's a bent over situation. You got single mothers up in here who can't get it together, even though they look like it. Tyrone is at home, but pastor don't know it. Somebody say bent over. I'm at home drinking and I'm stinking and winking, but don't nobody know it, because I'm bent over spiritually. I ain't in my word. I ain't praying. I ain't fasting. But when I come to church, I look like I got it going on. Can you imagine? Her view on life was impaired because of her issue. She couldn't see straight because the sickness within her dictated how and when she could. Isn't it a horrible thing that there's something working within this woman that tell her when she can't look up and when she can't look up and when she has to sit down and when she can't sit down? This thing has paralyzed her. It has taken over her life. It has gotten control on her. It got a bulldog grip. And though she lived with it a long time, and though she dealt with it, April, a long time, and though she bared it and went to church a long time, her day of release, God, has come. Jeremiah 29:11 says, for I know that I think toward you. God help me. Me? Me? Bent over me? Broken me? Lonely me? Hurt me? Wounded me? Feel like giving up me? You know the thoughts and the plans that you have toward